Hi everyone! Thanks so much for joining me in my next video in my travel series where I'm giving you quick tips that make packing for your trips a heck of a lot easier. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about packing for adventure trips. So we're talking hiking, skiing, things like that where you're being more athletic. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to click the link below to head to my website because, as usual, I've created some handy-dandy worksheets for you. I've got your packing list, I've got your packing hacks list, and I've got a bunch of different outfit ideas there for you. So definitely click and get those. If you're already on my website, you'll see that button right below me for the worksheets, so you could click on that and follow along. Now, like I did in the last video, the rest and relaxation video, I'm going to talk more high level here. For the nitty gritty details on what to pack, just grab the packing lists and the different worksheets there so you could have those printed out and ready to go when you go on your next trip. But today I'm going to be talking high level on what you need to know when you're packing for your adventure trips. So let's get started. When it comes to your adventure trips, they're a bit different than your rest and relaxation. So yes, like we talked about in the rest and relaxation videos, fabrics are the key thing that you're gonna look for here. But when it was rest and relaxation, we had a couple different types of activities we were doing. You know, we'd be on the beach and then we'd probably get lunch and then we'd get a nicer dinner. So you needed different types of outfits and different materials to be either dressier or more casual when it came to packing for that trip. But when it comes to adventure trips, you're most likely being adventurous the whole time. You know, you might have a nicer dinner, but more often than not, you're gonna be in more athletic clothing. And so because of that, the beauty of this trip is that you don't have to pack as much. You really need to pack about an outfit a day, maybe have a couple other things that are nicer for in between to dress up your outfits a little bit, but more often than not, you only need to pack an outfit a day. And so the beauty of that is that your clothes are doing the work for you and that each piece you bring is going to make multiple outfits for you. Now, the key in order to do that, in order to transition your pieces throughout the day, is to pack the right types of pieces. And so for ladies, I want you to look and pack athleisure types of tops. And so you may have heard that word tossed around a lot lately. It's definitely a bigger trend for ladies now. But basically what athleisure means is it's an athletic type of top. So it's either an athletic fabric or it's got the good function that you can move around easily to do whatever kind of activity you're doing, but it's got a twist of style. And so that's really our focus when we're packing for adventure trips, is that we need it to function. That's highest priority, but we want to have a little twist of style on it so that we can transition it throughout the activities we have going on during the day. So when you're looking for athleisure tops, the best examples you can find, in my opinion, is going to Athleta's website. You'll see a lot of great options there, and Target recently launched a line of their different athletic clothing, and they have that athleisure vibe to them. So you can definitely check there. But basically what you're gonna look for is maybe a tank top that, you know, looks like it could be a regular shirt, but it's actually in that athletic wicking fabric, so it'll help you when you're sweating and being super active. Or you could be looking for different long sleeve or short sleeve tops. At the end of the day, what you want to be able to do is wear it with your leggings and your tennis shoes or whatever types of athletic clothes you like to wear. But then when you go to walk into a cafe or maybe even just get dressed up for dinner, you could throw on a long necklace or even a scarf and be able to transition that outfit for you instead of packing, you know, an outfit for being athletic and then another outfit for dinner and then another outfit to swap into if you stop somewhere for lunch. It'll be that same piece you could wear all day with just different accessories, switching out your shoes, switching out your, you know, putting on some jewelry or something like that. Now for men, it's a little different. Athleisure isn't really a thing for you. So for you, you've got to do a little bit more work in order to transition your pieces, but we can limit the amount we bring by keeping them neutral. So if you want to, you know, go to dinner, but kind of just switch out from your outfit without taking too much time, you'll want to switch out your bottoms. So from your athletic shorts or pants into a nicer pair of shorts or your pair of jeans or a nice pair of pants. And then you'll want to switch out your shoes. So you can go to a casual tennis shoe or a loafer instead of your athletic tennis shoe or different type of boot, depending on the activity that you have. So for men, you're looking more at an extra pair of bottoms to transition. Ladies, you're looking at packing some versatile accessories in order to switch out your outfits. And so that's a huge packing hack because every piece that you bring, especially on an adventure trip, you want to be able to wear at least 2 different ways, so function basically throughout your whole day. When it comes to other outfit tips, ladies, a way that you can also limit the amount of pieces that you're packing. So Like I had mentioned before, we're gonna have your athleisure top that's gonna function for you when you're being athletic, but also be a little cute for when you're going to eat somewhere and wanna be a little nicer. In order to limit the amount of accessories you bring, what I recommend is if you have plain athleisure tops and then you pack one scarf that has a pattern and the shirts match the colors and patterns that you have in your scarf, you can easily switch up your outfit and still look cute and still look different each day, but you're only bringing one scarf or one accessory and then your multiple different colored tops. And so that's a great way to switch up your outfit easily. You know, maybe one day you've got a jacket on with that top and scarf, another day maybe you've got it with a cardigan, at night you could put it on with your jeans, and it never hurts to have a scarf because you don't know when you're being more adventurous, is it gonna get too hot, too cold, do you need something to cover up with? And that's a great transitional piece for you there. Men, like I said, for you, just focus on neutrals when it comes to your bottoms and have, you know, your good pair of athletic shoes, whether that's a boot or a tennis shoe, and then have a good pair of kind of casual, nicer shoes, whether that's a loafer or a sneaker. But then you only need to pack 2 pairs of shoes and you're done. You know, pack your neutral bottoms, whether that's a jean or a nicer short, and then your athletic pair of shorts. You might want a couple pairs of those since that will be what you'll be wearing most of the time during the day, and if you're being super athletic they might get dirty or just get a little old for you, so you'll want to have a couple options there. But that's the way to really limit the amount of pieces that you are packing. My next big packing hack for you is to make sure that on your adventure trips you pack plenty of socks, because I feel like it's the worst thing when you're on a trip, and all of these trips you're typically somewhere where there's some kind of water or wetness, and so when your feet are wet and you're cold, you just feel gross, and nobody likes that. So definitely pack at least 1 pair of socks per day so that you've got something to transition into the next day. Another tip I have for you there is to also pack some type of baggies, plastic baggies, grocery bags, even at your hotel. If you use the bags that are inside the little ice buckets that you get, those fit perfectly around your feet, and then you put your sock over top, and then it'll keep your feet dry when you're doing activities. And so I highly recommend that, because I just hate when my feet are cold and wet after I've done something fun. It just kind of takes away from it. The other tip I have for you there when it comes to your feet is once you get to your hotel, go to the newspaper stand, grab one of those free newspapers. If you ball up the newspaper and shove it inside your shoe, it helps quickly dry your shoe out. So you could get it done quickly overnight, you know, putting it over by a heater or some kind of air conditioning vent will help too. But for whatever reason, newspaper can quickly suck out the water in your shoes and get them dried in a quick amount of time, so you're ready to go the next day for your activities. So I highly recommend that. When I worked for an events company, we would be out in the mud and wet and all sorts of stuff all day, and so that was the first thing we did when we got back to the hotel. We shoved newspaper in our shoes, and by the next morning we were ready to go for our events. So highly recommend that tip. In terms of other tips, the biggest things are, you know, don't forget some of the little things like having a hat, maybe having gloves, whether that's a baseball cap or, you know, a hat for when it's cold out like a Scully, or maybe it's gloves because you're doing some kind of rock climbing, or even it's wintertime and you need to keep your hands warm. So don't forget the little details like that, like sunscreen and sunglasses. Those are little things that you won't want to forget to pack, and they're light and easy and won't take up a bunch of space. Other than that, those are my biggest tips, biggest different ways to transition your clothes and outfits. If you want to see more details of the different types of outfits to wear, exactly what to be packing, make sure to download those worksheets. And after that, I just want to know, what are your thoughts? I want you to comment and let me know what is the next trip that you're going on, and what is the tip that you're going to use for that trip now that you've learned how to pack for your adventure trips. And if you have any other questions, as always, please let me know. Either comment in the YouTube comments, if you're on my website, click the YouTube comments, or shoot me an email. I'd love to hear from you and know where you're going, and if there's any other way I can help. Check back with me, because the next video, if you're watching live, the next video will be all about sightseeing and what to pack when you're going on trips like European trips, road trips, things like that. Or if you're watching and the video's already come out, just click next if that is the type of vacation you're going on, so that you can learn how to pack there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I love giving this travel series to you, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon. Thanks, guys.